Hi everyone, I am Veronica Alfonso and welcome again to Hashtag Career Goals, where we introduce you to the different people and possibilities that can hopefully inspire you and motivate you to choose the career of your dreams. In my previous video, you can find it somewhere here in the cards, we talked about sizing down the list of possible careers that you made. We did it by talking about job openings for the next 10 years, salaries, locations, and different other information that were relevant for you. So today I will be talking about the careers that actually made the cut, the ones that were special and are in this exclusive list right now. I have 7 tips that I know that will be really helpful for you. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So my first tip is about attending events. Yes, you have to get out there. You can book these events on websites like Meetup and Eventbrite. They are really helpful because they have a list of events that people are already prepared and are advertising in those websites, and you can just book them. You have some that you have to pay a lot of money for them, but of course you have some free of charge and really amazing and interesting events that you can go to. I usually only go to free events, and of course it doesn't have to be Meetup or Eventbrite. If in your location, in your country, you have any other website that offer the same service or the same quality of service, you can of course go for it. What I really want you to do in these events is to approach people, approach the professionals that are talking and giving the keynote speeches, and just approach them and ask every single question that you can, because probably there are some other people also trying to ask some questions, but just transform the network time to your advantage. Ask everything that you want to ask. For example, you can ask, what did they study? What did you study when you started this career path? Why did you change? If they talked about changing their careers at some point, what made you go into this career path? What was your motivation for doing it? Is it well paid? Do you think it's going to be a good career in the future or in the next 5 years? Do you recommend me to go into this career if I have already experience in so and so? Also, other things that might be really personal, like is there some traveling involved? You might have a family or you don't like traveling at all. So this is a really good time for you to ask all those questions that are an enigma for you at this point. So my second tip is about social media. Yes, you have to go into social media to actually do your research. And this is pretty easy. You probably have a social media account already, like in Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. So I just want you to find Facebook groups or YouTube videos or YouTube channels or Twitter accounts where people talk about those topics or those careers that you're really interested in. Probably there are some people that are already putting out some content about what their career is like and those topics that you're really interested in. So I think it's really helpful to find that particular person, or that could be a reference for you, or that particular community that can also be really helpful in terms of getting more information about what you want to do. So my third tip is about joining online webinars. Yes, some people are putting content out and they are doing it through social media, but some others are actually bringing their community together into this thing called webinars. They're actually like meetings online where you can join and they talk about a specific subject or topic. And if you find something that's related somehow to this career that you're doing some research about, I think it's really helpful because you get to also ask some questions in there and you get to see what other people ask as well. And of course, you get to hear something about from an expert and from a professional in that area. So my fourth tip is about volunteering. For example, I have been volunteering in a tech school here in Germany, and I find it really amazing. It's called Ready School because I didn't know anything about tech, practically anything about coding, and I was really interested in at least getting some knowledge about it, because if I was going to interview some people for giving more information to you guys, I really wanted to know more or less what I was talking about. So they have been really helpful. And of course, I'm helping in this beginners class, but it's something that is giving me a lot in return. So it gives you as well a hands on experience and a lot of information that you can use and just project yourself in the future doing this or not. So my fifth tip is about internships. This is something probably that's going to demand more time from you, but it gives you a first-hand experience and you get to learn from this particular professional or expert just right there. You're going to be with them, and probably you're going to also do some tasks, and you're going to be involved in the process of creating something, or you're going to be involved in their daily works. This is something that is really helpful for you to actually detect if this is something that you see yourself doing for the next 5 or 10 years. So my sixth tip is about shadowing people, shadowing professionals. This sounds a bit weird, but this is something that can really help you. And it goes like this. Like, for example, till now, if you have been to events, if you are engaging in social media, if you have done some internships, probably you have a professional network that can be really helpful for you, and you would know already some people working in that industry. So if you get to know someone that you think it's a good fit for you to go to shadow during one day, for example, you go to their job and you actually just follow them around for 1, 2, or 3 days. I recommend more than one day, because of course in the first day everything is new and it's really exciting, but in the next days things just become more real. So if you can just go to this workplace and be with them, and if they are also willing to do this, the professionals are willing to do this and explain what they're doing while they're working, this is going to be a tremendous experience for you, because you get to also see, like you were seeing things in the internships, you get to have a first-hand experience. But this time you're actually doing it with the professionals. In the internships, usually you get a lot of tasks that are not too complicated and where you don't need so much training for doing them. But here you will actually see what the professionals are doing and what you would do if you pursue that particular career. So my seventh tip is about setting up interviews. Interviews with professionals that you might already know because you have done some networking, of course. Till now, you have talked to many people about your career, and everyone knows that you are looking for that amazing career that you're so sure that it's going to be the right fit for you. So if you have someone that's willing to actually go for a coffee or grab a bite with you and talk about their experience, and just do it in a more calm and less formal way, and where you can actually, of course, ask them all the questions that you are still not so sure about. So just to summarize, we've talked about attending events and transforming that networking time into getting more information that can serve you in your purpose. Also going on social media and finding that community that is already there and has already many answers for you. Also, if you're able to find webinars organized by professionals in that area, join them and just go online. Also, we talked about volunteering. If there are any volunteering that actually helps you in your purpose, do it with intention. Not just go into any volunteering. Just do something that is going to really give you some perspective and some information helpful for you. Also talked about internships and how they can give you a first-hand experience. We talked about shadowing professionals and how this can be really helpful, because you not only see what companies do and what an intern does, you can also see what the actual professional already does. When you finish your training, what is it that you are going to be doing? And finally, we talked about setting up interviews with people that already are in that industry and working in that industry, and asking every single question. And throughout this process, the most important thing is that you go to the places with some purpose. This means that if you're going to book an event, if you're going to follow one account in social media, if you're going to join a webinar, if you're going to join a volunteering event, or if you're going to join any volunteering, or if you're going to make any internship, just do it with a purpose. Try to not waste your time in things that probably you're not going to get anything out of them. And I really think that after you completed this in-depth research, you probably already have your dream career and you're really sure about what you want to do for the next 10 years at least. Because of course, you know that I think that careers are not something that you pick for lifetime. You get to change your mind and you become more self-aware of yourself. But if you are not so sure about what you really want to do for the next 10 or 5 years, this means you haven't done your research well, or it's not enough yet. You have to get out there, you have to talk to more people, you have to get more experience about the possibilities out there. There is for sure, I'm completely sure that there is something out there for you. You just have to look for it. And sometimes it's not so easy. So if you like that video, please hit like and also comment below if you already did some networking, if you already approached some experts, and how did it go? How was it for you? And subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more information like this. Thank you so much for watching again, and see you next time. Bye.